teammate showing up, as Freak pointed out, just, three-way ties all over the place, just moving in position now. Instead of fifth, it's fourth.
Shoes are flying everywhere.
It's a lot but it's nice to see such a tight race in the NALCS in that kind of mid to upper packs. Again, have to point out the fact that when Teammate was coming in to the North American LCS, it was all about Cali Trolls, and now he was the only carry for the team. And we said at the beginning of the broadcast, and it was showcased here, Slushy and Porpoise, I mean, those two guys have really, shown up in this split, and it makes a huge difference in giving them options when it comes to playing the game.
Yeah, being extremely flexible. Like if Cali Trolls gets camped, it's a very one-dimensional team. And with Porpoise, he's been on the ball with who he's going to gank, who he's going to just get ahead. And then Slushy's LeBlanc play is just, it is really high up there in terms of LeBlancs in North America. So him getting that champion is a big boon for them. Maple Street's kind of under the radar as well. He went like 4-0-6 that game. I ended with a little bit of a higher scoreline than that, but that guy, like, he doesn't seem to have a large impact. He just kind of shows up, but that's exactly what Teammate needs because they have so many playmakers.
Yeah, I really do want to highlight something you went over, which was Porpoise. His counter ganks are the best in the business right now. I'm really enjoying Porpoise's early game play and how he tracks the enemy jungler. We've seen it so many times how he's able to turn around, especially the mid lane for Slushy. And then when Slushy gets his kills on the block, he's able to roam up around. We even saw him getting that solo kill on Quas. These two guys, once again, stepping up really big for Teammate.
I also have to say that I do enjoy watching them kind of expand their playbook a little bit. Again, when Teammate first came in, we basically said, hey, they team fight, right? They're looking to just pick wombo-y things. They call out team fights, and they all follow the call. Well, now we're seeing them do things like, little things like the two-man Baron, right? Clearing out vision, keeping pressure somewhere else on the map, having Slushy split push because now he can 1v1 and they split into the 4-1. So they're kind of expanding their playbook a little bit. And again, that kind of just points to them having more options when it comes to, playing against these top-tier teams that have learned how to beat someone straight up.
Everybody's got an analyst, so when you look at Teammate, you want to kind of be like, all right, let's just camp Cali Trolls, and then they're done. But they're kind of going away from that, and I think that's really healthy for that team if they want to continue to climb up the standings. So I definitely think that Teammate are a team that needs to have a little bit more attention on them as we see this pack just kind of in the middle sort itself out.
All right, well, I do want to jump into our replay. We're going to go about 44 minutes into the game around the Dragon Pit. It was the final fight of the game. 5th Dragon secured. It was pretty big for Teammates. We're going to pull that up onto your screen right now, and we'll work through it.
So right here, Quas actually doesn't have his flash, and this is really big because Dodo's going to disengage him because last fight he used his Monsoon to disengage him and Quas flashed back in. This time, he's going to get Quas completely out of the fight after Cali Troll starts it. They get the 5th Dragon, and they immediately get this engage. They actually look like they wanted to disengage, but Cali Trolls comes in from the flank and lays down the Equalizer to zone them, gets the Cataclysm on him, and then watch Dodo's positioning here. He's like, Quas out of the fight. Quas cannot flash back in or get into the left. His damage just drops to 0 for the rest of it. Maple Street looked a little hesitant there to back off, but Slushy was waiting for another rotation of spells to blow up the remaining members of the team fight.
Yeah, I think this is something that we really do need to highlight is the Janna pick counter to Kennen. It was picked right after Kennen in Champion Select, and as we're seeing Kennen's resurgence into the competitive scene, we're going to start seeing people play around him because he's extremely ultimate reliant. If all you need is to either kite back or to knock him back for the duration of his ultimate, and he drops off really, really hard if he's not able to get that team fight and have a good ultimate.
Yeah, definitely playing a big role there in, again, as you said, negating a lot of the damage. The securing of the Dragon there, though, too, right before the start of that fight, definitely gave him a huge boon.
Yeah, there's something actually I want to bring up about that, too, is Teammate, half of them looked like they wanted to disengage, and then Cali came in, and I think that's the right play, though, because they have Baron buff, and you want to stop them before they get to use that Baron buff in a sieging situation. You want to engage them on your terms, and then that Baron buff doesn't become extra minion durability or velocity on the shots. It just becomes extra stats. And I think that's the perfect time.
The relative power is pretty equal too. You know, like at one point in time, Baron Buff was just a huge lump of stats for the people on your team. But now, 5th Dragon is about equivalent in terms of statistical bonuses.
Yeah,
not
5th
better.
Dragon is much better for the 5-on-5 fight. Baron Buff is better if you can actually utilize minions and split push, or you can reset. You get to use the empowered recall and then set up a split push. But this is exactly what you want. If you're the team that has the 5 dragons, you want to fight immediately because it actually gives much more power for the straight up 5-on-5.
Yeah, because then the Zed will just split push, and then they create this ball where it's like we have to deal with the split push.
Yeah, you don't want to let them get away from you. Once you have dragon, you immediately want to start that fight.
Well, fight they did, win they did. Solid victory there for Team 8. Another 5 games down, so let's see how the standings look. In first, it's Team Solo Mid, with CLG reclaiming sole possession of 2nd and Cloud9 dropping to 3rd. In 4th, we have a 3-way tie with Team 8, Liquid, and Impulse. Gravity holds 7th, with Team Dignitas and Winter Fox sharing 8th. Then in last, once again, it's Team Coast. We'll be back tomorrow with another full day of matches, starting with Cloud9 versus Team Dignitas. Then TSM will face off against Team 8, who are now on a 4-game winning streak. After that, it's Team Liquid versus Impulse. For our North American viewers, remember to turn your clock forward an hour tonight so you don't miss our noon Pacific start, and that's 8 p.m. Central European time. Now for myself, the casters, and the entire broadcast crew, thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Boom.
It's time to spring forward.